Caramel the Rabbit and the Scared Quail. Once upon a time, in a colorful, lush rainforest, there lived a sweet little bunny named Caramel. Caramel was very curious and loved to explore every nook and cranny of the forest. One day, while hopping around, Caramel found a quail hiding behind a big rock. The quail was very shy and was scared to come out. Caramel was so kind, so he decided to help the quail feel better. He slowly walked up to the quail and spoke in a soft, gentle voice. He told the quail that he was a friend and wouldn't hurt her. At first, the quail was still scared, but Caramel's kind voice made her feel a little safer. She listened closely as Caramel talked about all the fun things they could do together in the forest. Slowly but surely, the quail started to feel brave. She peeked out from behind the rock and took a tiny step forward. Soon, she was hopping around with Caramel, exploring the forest and making new friends. They played hide and seek among the tall trees and had picnics of juicy berries. Caramel and the quail became the best of friends. They taught each other lots of new things. The quail taught Caramel how to find the juiciest berries, and Caramel taught the quail all about the secret paths through the forest. This story shows us that being kind and friendly can help others feel brave. Even if you're scared, a new friend can help you feel safe and happy. Want to hear more adventures of Caramel the Rabbit? Subscribe to our channel and download our free ebook for more fun stories. By getting our ebook, you're helping us make more magical stories for kids just like you.
Caramel the Rabbit and the Muddy Peacock. Once upon a time, in a colorful rainforest, there lived a soft, white rabbit named Caramel. Caramel loved to explore every corner of the forest, making new friends and having exciting adventures. One day, while exploring, Caramel found a peacock with very dirty feathers. The peacock, who was usually known for his beautiful, bright feathers, looked very sad. Caramel, being very kind, decided to help the peacock look beautiful again. An unexpected friendship. Caramel and the peacock became great friends. The rabbit learned that the peacock's name was Pingo, and that he had fallen into a mud puddle while trying to reach a delicious fruit. Pingo's feathers were so dirty that he couldn't fly or show off his beautiful colors anymore. Caramel, determined to help his new friend, decided to throw a party to clean Pingo's feathers. The cleaning party. With the help of all the forest animals, Caramel organized a big party to clean Pingo's feathers. The butterflies brought nectar to moisten the feathers, the ants worked hard to remove the dirt, and the birds sang happy songs to cheer up the peacock. At first, Pingo was shy, but soon he joined the party and started to have fun. The transformation. After hours of teamwork, Pingo's feathers were shining again. He looked more beautiful than ever and could fly high in the sky. Pingo thanked Caramel and all his friends for their help and friendship. The whole forest celebrated Pingo's transformation, and a big party was held in his honor. A lesson about friendship. The story of Caramel and Pingo spread throughout the forest, showing that friendship can overcome any obstacle. From that day on, Pingo and Caramel were inseparable, and together, they continued to explore the forest, making new friends and having new adventures. Friendship is a special gift that helps us overcome any challenge. When we work together and help each other, we can do amazing things.
Coelho Caramelo e a borboleta Bela. Em uma floresta tropical exuberante,
Caramel the
vivia uma
Rabbit
borboleta
and Bella the
chamada
Butterfly.
Bela. Bela
Once
era
upon
uma
a time,
borboleta
in a
muito
beautiful
especial,
green
pois tinha
rainforest,
sonho de se
there lived a
tornar uma
butterfly
bailarina.
named Bella.
Ela passava
Bella
seus
was a
dias
very
voando de
special
flor em
butterfly
flor,
because she had a
praticando
big
seus
dream.
movimentos graciosos
She wanted to
e
be a
imaginando-se
ballerina.
dançando em
Every
palco
day,
iluminado.
she would fly from flower to flower,
enquanto Bela voava
practicing
pela
her graceful
floresta,
moves
ela
and
encontrou
imagining
coelho
herself
chamado
dancing on a big
Caramelo.
stage.
Caramelo
One
era
day,
coelho
while
muito
flying
gentil e
around the
curioso,
forest,
e ele
Bella
ficou
met a bunny
encantado
named
com a beleza
Caramel.
e a graça de
Caramel
Bela.
was a very
Ele ouviu
kind and
sobre o sonho
curious
de
bunny,
Bela de se
and
tornar
he was
uma
amazed
bailarina
by
e
Bella's
decidiu
beauty and
ajudá-la a
grace.
realizar seu
He
sonho.
heard about Bella's
Caramelo
dream of being a
ensinou Bela a
ballerina
usar
and
suas
decided
asas
to help
para
her make
criar
her dream
diferentes
come true.
movimentos de dança.
Caramel taught
Ele
Bella
ajudou
how
a
to use her
desenvolver
wings
sua
to make
coordenação
different
e
dance
equilíbrio,
moves.
e a
He
ensinou a
helped her get
expressar
better at
suas emoções
balancing,
através
and
da
he showed
dança.
her how to use
Bela
her body
praticou
to
e
show how
praticou,
she felt.
e com o tempo,
Bella
ela se
practiced and
tornou uma
practiced,
bailarina
and
incrível.
soon, she
Dia,
became a
uma
wonderful
companhia
dancer.
de dança
One
estava se
day, a
apresentando
group
na
of
floresta.
dancers was
Bela
performing in the
ouviu a
forest.
música e não
Bella
conseguiu
heard the
resistir.
music and
Ela
couldn't
voou para o
resist.
palco e
She
começou a
flew onto
dançar
the
com os
stage and
bailarinos. bailarinos.
started dancing
Todos
with the
ficaram
dancers.
maravilhados com sua
Everyone was
beleza e
amazed
graça,
by her beauty
e a
and grace,
aplaudiram
and they
calorosamente.
clapped their hands
Bella
very
estava
loudly.
radiante de
Bella was
felicidade.
so happy.
Ela
She
finalmente
had
havia
finally
realizado
become a
seu sonho
ballerina.
de se tornar uma
She thanked
bailarina.
Caramel for
Ela
helping
agradeceu
her,
a
and they
Caramelo por sua
promised to be
ajuda e
friends
amizade.
forever.
E prometeram
The
ser
end.
amigos
What
para
we can
sempre.
learn from
Com
this story:
dedicação e
if you work
perseverança,
hard and
você
never
pode
give up,
realizar seus
you can
sonhos.
achieve your dreams.
A amizade
And
e o
having
apoio de
friends
outras
to help you
pessoas
along the
também são
way makes
importantes para
everything more
alcançar seus
fun.
objetivos.
This story is
A
about a
história de
butterfly
Bella,
named
a
Bella who
borboleta que
dreams of
sonhava
being
em
a
ser
ballerina,
bailarina,
and a bunny named Caramel
o
who helps
coelho
her
que
achieve
ajudou
her
a
dream.
realizar seu
The
sonho.
story shows
A
us how
história se
important
passa
it
em uma
is to be
floresta
kind
tropical,
and to
que
help our
Caramel the
enfatiza a
Rabbit
friends.
importância
and the
da
Mystery
dedicação,
Island. Once
perseverança
upon a
e
time,
amizade.
on a tiny island, lived a bunny named Caramel. Caramel was a very curious and adventurous bunny, and he loved to explore everything around him. One day, while playing on the beach, Caramel saw a group of dolphins playing in the waves. He was so excited that he decided to swim with them. Caramel swam and swam until he was far from the shore. Suddenly, he saw a big shark coming closer. Caramel was scared, but he didn't panic. He thought quickly and came up with a plan. Caramel started swimming around in circles as fast as he could. The shark got confused and couldn't keep up with Caramel. So, Caramel swam back to the beach as fast as he could. When Caramel reached the beach, he was tired, but he was safe. He learned a big lesson that day. Even when we're scared, we can be brave and find a way out of a tough situation. Being brave means not being afraid to try new things, even if you're scared. Caramel the bunny was so brave and smart that he became famous on the island. Everyone admired him and talked about his amazing adventure. But Caramel knew there were more adventures waiting for him. One day, while exploring the forest, he heard a strange noise coming from a hole in the ground. Curious, Caramel looked inside and saw an old, rolled-up map. When he opened it, he saw that the map showed a hidden treasure on a faraway island. Excited about his new mission, Caramel decided to build a boat to sail to the treasure island. With the help of his friends, Caramel built a small boat and set sail for adventure. The journey was long and full of challenges. They faced stormy weather, big waves, and even a curious group of whales. But Caramel didn't give up because the idea of finding the treasure kept him going. Finally, after many days of sailing, Caramel and his friends arrived at the island on the map. The island was mysterious and full of dangers. They found dark caves, rushing rivers, and even meat-eating plants. But Caramel followed the clues on the map and, after a lot of exploring, found a big tree with a wooden box buried at its roots. With a pounding heart, Caramel opened the box and discovered that the treasure was even more amazing than he imagined. Inside the box was a chest full of shiny jewels, gold coins, and a magic map that could take anyone anywhere in the world. But Caramel decided not to keep all the treasure for himself. He shared the treasure with his friends and the animals on the island. Being kind and sharing is more important than having lots of things. Caramel and his friends lived happily ever after on the island, sharing their adventures and treasures with everyone. And Caramel always remembered the
Caramel
lesson he
Rabbit
learned.
and the Wise
Being
Owl.
brave and
In
kind
a
is
forest
the
full
greatest
of bright
treasure of all.
colors and magical sounds, there lived a very special rabbit named Caramel. His fur was as soft and shiny as the sweetest candy, and he was always curious about the world around him. Caramel loved to explore every corner of the forest, making new friends with all the animals he met. One day, while playing near an old hollow tree, Caramel heard a mysterious sound. It was a soft and melodious tune, like an ancient song. Curious, he approached the tree and peeked inside. There, in a cozy nest made of dry leaves and soft feathers, sat the Wise Owl. With her big, bright yellow eyes, the owl looked out at the world with ancient wisdom. Caramel was fascinated by the owl. He had never seen an animal so intelligent with such a deep gaze. Full of admiration, he approached her and greeted her. The owl, with her soft and gentle voice, returned the greeting and invited Caramel into her nest. Inside the nest, Caramel felt right at home. The walls were lined with old books and hand-drawn maps. The owl explained that she spent her days reading and learning about the world. Caramel was amazed at how much the owl knew. "Wise Owl," Caramel began, "I wanted to ask you something. How do you know so much about everything?" The owl smiled gently. "Caramel, wisdom doesn't come overnight. It's like a plant that needs to be watered every day. To be wise, you need to read a lot, observe the world around you, and ask questions." Caramel thought for a moment. He had never thought about wisdom in that way. He always thought it was something you were born with. But the owl made him understand that wisdom was something you earned through effort and dedication. "And how can I learn to be wiser?" Caramel asked. "The best way to learn is through experience," replied the owl. "But it's also important to read, talk to other people, and seek out different points of view. Wisdom is like a treasure that can be found everywhere. You just have to know where to look." From that day on, Caramel visited the wise owl often. They spent hours talking about all sorts of things: nature, animals, the stars, history. The owl taught Caramel about the medicinal plants of the forest, the constellations that shone in the night sky, and the importance of friendship. Caramel learned that every animal in the forest had a special skill and that everyone was important for the balance of nature. He also learned to respect all forms of life and to take care of the environment. One day, while exploring the forest, Caramel came across a group of squirrels fighting over a nut. The squirrels were so busy arguing that they didn't notice Caramel. Remembering the owl's teachings, Caramel had an idea. He approached the squirrels and, with his calm and gentle voice, invited them to share the nut. The squirrels were surprised by Caramel's suggestion. But after thinking about it for a moment, they agreed to split the nut into equal parts. That way, everyone could enjoy the delicious nut without fighting. The news of Caramel's wisdom spread quickly through the forest. The animals sought him out for advice and help. Caramel, with the help of the wise owl, was always willing to help those in need. Over time, Caramel became a respected leader in the forest. He organized parties, resolved conflicts, and promoted unity among the animals. And all of this was thanks to the teachings of the wise owl. Caramel never forgot the lesson he had learned. Wisdom is a gift that should be shared. And he knew that, with the help of the wise owl, he could continue learning and growing for the rest of his life. And so, the Caramel Rabbit and the wise owl lived happily ever after, exploring the forest and sharing their knowledge with all the animals.